For the first time since her abrupt resignation, former White House aide Omarosa Manigault-Newman spoke out and set the record straight.
She sat down for what was billed as an exclusive tell-all with ABC's Good Morning America today. Take a look.
There were a lot of things that I observed during the last year that I was very unhappy with, that I was very uncomfortable with, things that I observed, that I heard, that I listened to. I can expand upon it because I have to still go back and work with these individuals. But when I have a chance to tell my story, Michael, quite a story to tell. As the only African-American woman in this White House, as a senior staff and assistant to the president, I have seen things that have made me uncomfortable, that have upset me, that have affected me deeply and emotionally, that has affected my community and my people. And when I can tell my story, it is a profound story that I know the world will want to hear.
All right, let's bring in GOP strategist Oliver McGee. Oliver, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me tonight.
Let me ask you off the bat, what do you make of Omarosa's resignation? Is it a blow for Republicans, black Republicans, or the voice of black Republicans? Even though she's not, we should say she's a Democrat, but she still was, as she put it, the only black woman who was a top aide in that position in the West Wing.
Well, one of the things I want to open is the president has three powers: the power to appoint, the power to sign, and power to persuade. And today he was using his appointment powers. This is very normal in the early part of an administration in the first year, that there's going to be shifts and changes in the staff. But with regards to blacks, and particularly black Republicans, we're all just basically people. We're not monolithic. We have socially and fiscally conservative ideals. But at the same time, we have a heart. We also are about forgiveness, and we're not too judgmental. So when we really have to look at certain situations like your previous guest talked about in the Alabama race, we really want to take care of our children. It's about African-American men and boys. It's about African-American women and girls. I get that,
but I'm just curious, is the loss of having Omarosa there, will that create problems in terms because she's supposed to be the liaison with the black community to the West Wing. Do you think that will create a problem because she's no longer in that position?
I believe that President Trump and Vice President Pence is going to raise the level of conversation of blacks involved in his administration. He's looking into that now. And it's all going to be about technology. It's going to be about science and technology. We have a very, very fast economy right now that's moving at lightning speed. We need fast technology to keep up with it. Reagan was the great communicator. Trump is the great media innovator. And so he's really looking forward to be able to gauge in technology to be able to keep up with this fast economy, particularly when we get tax reform that's coming in for Christmas.
Let's go back and talk about the issue of diversity for a second. This came up with Sarah Huckabee Sanders today at the White House. Let's listen.
We have a really diverse team across the board at the White House. We always want to continue to grow the diversity here. We're going to continue to do that and continue to work hard. I don't have a number directly in front of me, specifically not African American, but I can say, again, we have a very diverse team at the White House, certainly a very diverse team in the press office, and something that we strive for every day is to add and grow to be more diverse and more representative of the country at large.
When you look at the makeup of the cabinet that the president put together, and he was very, very diligent in bringing in people from the business community, something he has quite a bit of experience in doing. Oliver, do you believe, though, that should there be, does it matter to have a diversity of faces in that cabinet moving forward? Because right now there aren't any.
Yes, this is about meeting America's needs for the scientific and technological challenges of the 21st century, but also meeting the economic challenges of the 21st century. And also, it's about looking at the future of diversity in science and technology. The National Academy of Engineering has set 14 grand challenges: infotech, biotech, wireless tech, microtech, nanotech, cognotech, eldertech, even quantum.
A lot of tech. Oliver McGee, thanks so much for joining us tonight. We certainly appreciated, no doubt, the conversation about diversity in the West Wing as it relates to politics. And no doubt we have not heard the latest from Omarosa, because she implied her story will be told and she will most likely write a book.
And I'll say there was a moment today, and it's made the rounds. Robin Roberts said she's going to write a book and said, bye, Felicia. Found that quite disingenuous because, again, in the grand scheme of things, Robin Roberts is a journalist. She's written books before.
Sure.
Different stories to tell. But I think in the grand scheme of things, as we mentioned, Omarosa was one of the few people that President Trump brought in who had experience in government settings before.
She used to work in the Clinton administration.
Yeah, very easy to forget
Gore.
that. She was not just a reality star, although that's really what she established herself as in recent years, but nonetheless.
And I must say, on that note, as a reality star, I am not surprised by the way she did her interview today. Right. That's what she does. Right. So she came out as a reality star. She's still a reality star. And
well, then, and I will say this, I also feel like we may have had some different answers had you had somebody else doing the interview. It was Michael Strahan that did the interview, not George Stephanopoulos, who has experience working in politics, or Robin Roberts, for that matter. All right.